All right, I gotta say it. You're delusional. And you know what? I'm delusional too. But honestly, I've worked through this and it still comes up. If this were eradicated from my life, I would literally be limitless. I would get out of my own way. But for some reason, sometimes, I've noticed that other people view me better than I view myself. I subconsciously, for some reason, I devalue myself. I think I'm not worthy. I point out all my flaws and I don't notice other people's flaws. Why do we do this? This one thing alone keeps us trapped where we are. It keeps us from taking risks. It keeps us from getting out of our comfort zone because we think we're not capable. We see other people with things that we'd like to have, but at a subconscious level, we put them on a pedestal. We think they must have something special that we don't have. Nah. In reality, everyone's capable of everything, but we have these mental blockages that are keeping us at a smaller version of ourselves. I know we all have dreams that we want to accomplish, but we're just letting time tick by because we don't have the balls to take that leap. We don't actually believe in ourselves. Other people believe in us more than we believe in ourselves. And if you think about it, right? Think about the last time you saw someone screw up or do something embarrassing. You might have laughed a little bit, but you didn't devalue them as a person. You didn't look at them as less of a person because they did something dumb or because they messed up. But every time we make a mistake, every time we mess up, we let it devalue us. We're so willing to overlook other people's shortcomings, but we can't get over our own. Now tell me that's not delusional. Our mind will literally play tricks on us unless we learn how to control it, unless we learn how to shape it in the direction that we want. That inner critic, that voice in our head that's constantly telling us we're not good enough. In reality, we can rise above that inner critic. We don't have to give it attention and energy. But the key is to really notice that inner critic in the moment when it comes up and detach from it. Create separation from it. Give it a sec. Don't feed into it and just analyze it. Just think about it. Is it delusional or is it not? Most of the time, it's an artificially created mental block. Bro, these cats are insane. I don't even know. When we expand our consciousness and we expand our awareness and realize that everything that I'm struggling with, other people are also struggling with the same thing, that frees us to be ourselves. And our aura, the vibration that we send out to the universe that attracts everything to us, right? That literally changes, it levels up when we're able to fully accept ourselves, accept our flaws, laugh at our mistakes, embrace being human, and fully love ourselves for who we are. I know it sounds cliche, but that might be the key to unlock everything we want in life. It takes discipline to rewire this automatic thought pattern that constantly gets triggered every time we try to compare. It takes some healing. It takes some digging up the past and noticing why are we acting the way that we do in the present. It's all because of the past. It's all because of this baggage that we're carrying. And we can just let it all go. We can free ourselves. We can be fully present. We can be who we want to be. I'm telling you, honestly, it's that easy. Honestly, I don't care what kind of trauma you have. I don't care what kind of baggage you're carrying. It is literally that easy. But you're making an excuse as to why you are just gonna be stuck your whole life. Nah, it's time to break out of these disempowering thought patterns. It's time to realize that if our mind is powerful enough to distort our perception, to make us seem like we're less than others, then once we become conscious enough to control our mind and reprogram ourselves, then we can become whoever we want to become. What would you do if your insecurities were gone? What would you actually do in life? Honestly, you'd be limitless if you had no insecurities, if you had no fears, and all of our insecurities and fears are just a figment of our imagination. That's it. So over time, as we choose to stop feeding thought patterns that don't serve us, create space between the negative thought when it gets triggered, we don't feed into it, we just create a little bit of space before we respond to it, and we get to choose our response. This is mental freedom. This is liberating ourselves from suffering. So let me know in the comments what you're thinking. Check out my other videos. Peace.